countries in Southeast Asia have had an air pollution problem for years. In the hot season, most of Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia and Laos are covered in smoke. That smoke is caused by forest fires, slash and burn land clearing, and the burning of agricultural land after harvest. In the past, there were years when the cross-border haze was particularly serious, such as in 1972, 1997 and 2015. Industrial-scale slash and burn practices to clear land for agricultural purposes are a major cause of the haze, particularly for palm oil and pulpwood production in the region. Burning land occurs as it is cheaper and faster compared to cutting and clearing using excavators or other machinery. Fires started for this purpose sometimes spread and create forest fires, worsening the problem. The high concentration of peat in soil contributes to the haze's density and high sulphur content. Fires in Indonesia, particularly Sumatra and Borneo, and to a lesser extent in Malaysia and Thailand, have been identified as sources. Haze events, where air quality reaches hazardous levels due to high concentrations of airborne particulate matter from burning biomass, have caused adverse health, environmental and economic impacts in several countries in Southeast Asia. Most people would experience sneezing, running nose, eye irritation, dry throat and dry cough from the pollutants. However, persons with medical conditions like asthma, chronic lung disease, chronic sinusitis and allergic skin conditions are likely to be more severely affected by the haze, and they may experience more severe symptoms. Children and the elderly in general are more likely to be affected. There is also economic damage from the burning, loss of timber production and agricultural crops and residential areas. Furthermore, tourism suffers due to poor air quality. Because of the health and economic damage, Asian countries wanted to work together to combat the annual haze. The ASEAN Agreement on Transboundary Haze Pollution is a legally binding environmental agreement signed in 2002 by the member states of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations to reduce haze pollution. But now in 2024, the haze over most countries has still not been resolved. In this video, I propose 8 solutions that can put an end to this disease-causing and economically crippling air pollution. 1. The biggest polluters in Indonesia are large plantation companies. It is already forbidden by law to burn land on a large scale. But there is always room for improvement in the area of enforcement. In order to be able to enforce, the operators must also have a real-time monitoring system to be able to see fires and indicate which company owns that area. Indonesia has already done a lot in these areas in recent years and has already tackled dozens of large companies for illegal burning. 2. In the worst haze years, this was mainly because the peat soils of the palm oil plantations gave off a thick sulphur-containing smoke when they burned. Peat soil fires are also difficult to control. A solution could also be to use water channels on the plantations to keep the peat soils wet. Dams would ensure that these canals retain water during the hot season. 3. But small farmers are also burning down land. Sometimes this leads to forest fires that get out of hand. This can be prevented by better education from farmers about controlling and fighting a fire. An alternative would be to offer another crop to grow and still make money. 4. Here you can see on satellite images how bad the haze was in, for example, 1997 And how many fires were visible during 2023? Due to the importance of national parks for tourism and biodiversity, a better alarm system for wildfires is also welcome. Out-of-control forest and wildfires can be prevented by setting up a good monitoring and warning system in every country. 5. And also strengthening the existing fire brigades, training in forest fire management, and also the exchange of international knowledge in this field. Furthermore, combat equipment should be available in risk areas such as firefight trucks and a firefighting aircraft or helicopter. 6. And extinguishing equipment may also become available to local communities who are sometimes the first to discover a fire. A pickup truck with a water barrel and a pump in the trunk is sufficient to extinguish a small fire. An evacuation plan for the local population and their animals would also be a good move in forest areas. 7. Many fires are the burning of biomass after harvest, simply because burning it off is cheap and because the soot residue makes the soil fertile. To stop this practice, governments must provide an alternative. Why not set up a system to convert the remaining biomass in the fields into compost or energy in a bioreactor? Here too you can learn from knowledge from farmers abroad to set up a viable system to prevent fires. Farmers in European countries in particular have been working on all kinds of solutions for years to produce compost and energy from biomass. Another option is a subsidy for mechanically removing biomass from the field. 8. Burning leaves, shrubs, and household waste does not contribute as much as burning forests and farmland. However, you could also prevent the burning of garbage or biological waste by setting up a better garbage disposal system. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe my channel. It helps me very much. If you have any comments, please write them below the video. I really appreciate it.